HookahPro.com, your ultimate source for everything hookah. Find the latest tips and tricks, videos, reviews, contests, and more.
Hello, Internet and hookah pros alike. Today I'm going to show you how to make an apple bowl with a red delicious apple. So, here we go. You don't need that. You will basically need your apple. I have a smaller sized apple here. Take off the paper. A relatively sharp knife, some toothpicks, and foil. First off, you're going to take your apple, lay it down, get it as horizontal as possible. I'm only laying the thickest part on the mat, so you can cut straight down from about there. This knife is not very sharp, never mind. There. Now, that is relatively flat, but doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Next, grab the stem you're going to be putting it on. You do not need a grommet. And push it in around this nubbly of whatever that is. Okay, now you've got an impression of where your stem's going to sit. I should have also said you need paper towels because it's juicy and messy, especially if you're doing this at a desk. Now, I'm going to take, and you could use a lot of things, you could even use your knife. I'm going to use this peeler to go down and stab out around the little shaft we started with the hookah stem. Alright, now I would say to leave about that much width on the outside because you want it to retain heat and move the heat through the apple, through the bowl. And we'll be cutting about a 45-degree angle in and going around to make a nice bowl. But you need a sharp knife, which that apparently is not. So, I'm going to use this. It's a little sawtooth doomajiggy that comes with those pumpkin carving kits. Bear with me, this is an experiment. I'm not sure how well this pumpkin carving doodad will make us a bowl. I lost my angle there for a little bit. Alright. There. Light's a little bright. There. Now you can see it a little better. I need to just go in and clean up this edge. Try to make a nice smooth bowl. It's going to be a V-shaped bowl. Oops. How'd that get loose? Okay. So, there I got my V-shaped bowl. And if this hole in the middle is too big, which mine is not, you can take a toothpick, snap it in half and whittle it down there further in order to hold up your shisha. Okay. I'm going to be putting in here some Roman Berry Breeze, which you also need a paper towel for because this stuff is messy. See what I mean by messy? Kind of give it a light crumble. Alright. Now I will go wash my hands and get some foil. Okay, I'm back with my single layer heavy duder foil, and I'm actually going to tear it down a little bit here. Shiny, shiny. This is the shiny side. It would go down. Now what I like to do, because this is conical and smaller, take a pinch at one part and fold it over to get rid of some of that extra. Rub your thumb around the whole thing, and then take a couple toothpicks. Stick them in the apple, through the foil, so the foil stays put when the apple decides to get juicy and shrink. That's way too big to poke holes with. I don't know how people poke holes with a thing like that. Let's see, what do I have? I have this for hole poking. Come on, behave. Alright, and this is all I really do for my apple bowl when they're nice and small, is some larger circle cross kind of pattern, leaving this area here with the apple itself, no holes. Okay, I will be back when I've got this on and plunked my coals on it. And I've plopped the coals on, put it on the bowl. And I had to put a wind cover on it because of the shisha and all the factors really at this point. I did snip off the ends of the toothpicks so the wind cover would fit. That was part of the reason that I wanted to use a smaller diameter apple. And even with Roman, this little red delicious is quite delicious. And my glasses were bent there, so ignore that. Well, the only other thing I think I have to say is don't use a serrated knife. Probably not really use a pumpkin carving kit, but it seemed to work pretty well. You really want to use a smooth, sharp paring knife, which I don't have on hand. And the apple won't sneak through immediately. Well, probably immediately with the first cereal, taste it, and then it'll disappear behind the flavor of the shisha. And after that, then as it gets more and more roasted, it'll come through.